The Joseph Series, Story number 7. Joseph's brothers come to Egypt. Taken from Genesis chapter 42, verses 5 through 24. 7 years have passed since Pharaoh made a 30-year-old Hebrew slave the ruler over all of Egypt. It would be almost impossible to comprehend the changes in Joseph's life since that day. Pharaoh blessed him with a wife, and God blessed him with 2 sons. Joseph named his first son Manasseh, meaning, God has made me forget, and his second son Ephraim, meaning, God has made me fruitful. And Joseph has completed his task, and the storehouses in the cities of Egypt are overflowing with grain and corn like the sand of the sea. As the story begins, the 7 years of abundance have come to an end, and the 7 years of famine have begun. When the Egyptians ran out of food, Pharaoh sent them to Joseph to buy grain. But the famine had also spread to the land of Canaan. So Joseph began overseeing the sale of grain to the Canaanites and other foreigners coming to Egypt to buy food. When Jacob heard that there was food in Egypt, he sent 10 of Joseph's brothers to buy what they needed. Joseph's brother Benjamin is now a full-grown man, but his father kept him home for fear some tragedy might happen to him. The story begins as Joseph's brothers enter Egypt. So Israel's sons came to Egypt to buy food, like all the others, because the famine had spread to the land of Canaan. Now, although Joseph ruled the entire land of Egypt, he was the one who sold the grain to the people of the land. So when Joseph's brothers came, they bowed down before him with their faces to the ground. When Joseph saw his brothers, he recognized them. But Joseph treated them like strangers and spoke harshly to them. "Where are you from?" Joseph demanded. The brothers replied, "We came from the land of Canaan to buy food." Now Joseph recognized his brothers, but they didn't recognize him. And Joseph remembered the dreams that he had dreamed about them. And Joseph said to his brothers, "You are spies. You're just here to see the nakedness of the land." But they said to him, "No, my lord. Your servants have only come to buy food. All of us are the sons of one man. We are honest men. Your servants have never been spies." But Joseph said to them, "No, it is as I said. You are only here to see the nakedness of the land." But the brothers insisted. "We, your servants, come from a family of 12 brothers. We are all the sons of one man who lives in the land of Canaan. Our youngest brother is with our father this very day. Our other brother, is already gone." But Joseph said to them, "It is just as I told you. You are spies. And this is how I will test you. As sure as Pharaoh lives, you will not leave this place until your youngest brother comes here. Send one of your brothers to get him. The rest of you will stay in prison until you prove you are telling the truth. Or else, as sure as Pharaoh lives, it is certain. You are spies." And Joseph put his brothers all in prison together for 3 days. On the 3rd day, Joseph said to them, "Do this, and I'll let you live, for I fear God. If you really are honest men, choose one of your brothers to stay in prison where you are being held. The rest of you can go and carry grain back to your families in the famine. And bring your youngest brother back here to me. If your words prove true, I'll let you live." And the brothers agreed. And they said to one another, We are paying for what we did to Joseph. It's coming back on our heads. We saw how terrified Joseph was, how he pleaded with us. But did we listen? No. That's why all these terrible things are happening to us. Then Reuben spoke up. Didn't I tell you what you wanted to do to Joseph was wrong? But you wouldn't listen to me. So now we are going to pay for killing him. Now Joseph understood everything his brothers were saying, but they didn't know it, because he was speaking to them through an interpreter. Then Joseph turned away from them and began to weep. When Joseph returned, he spoke to his brothers again. Then Joseph took Simeon away from them and put him in shackles while they watched. The Joseph Series, Story number 7. Joseph's brothers come to Egypt. Taken from Genesis chapter 42, verses 5 through 24.